Okie dokie, back again. Alright, so the video I'm going to do on the recap on everything I've ever done on deaf history is going to have to wait because I was tagged in another video by this guy. I was trying to give him an opportunity, to work on himself, to be a better person and everything like that. And so now we're going to talk about performative allyship, and we're going to talk about discrimination and gaslighting and continuing to discriminate. We're going to talk about oppressors and also the DARVO method, which is deny, attack, reverse offender. So just to recap, this guy used deafness as an insult. I let him know that that was discrimination, and then he was arguing with me about why it's not, about why I'm wrong, and how I misunderstood him, and then he blocked me, and then he unblocked me, and then he tagged me in an apology video. And in my video, I was very polite. I, stuck to trying to educate on the issues, trying to hope that maybe this guy wants to do better and work on anti-discrimination. I let him know what I liked about his apology video and where it went wrong, so he can understand how to not cause harm to others. Because this person does not experience oppression to my understanding, I just don't think he understands or cares about anti-discrimination work. His response to me giving him another chance and allowing him into my space again and doing this other video for him, trying to educate him, which I guess now it's just for people who do care, was to then tag me in another video, and it's very harmful. I will leave that video at the end for you to see, and you can make judgments for yourself. And I am going to also right now discuss some points and some critiques that I have from that video. Then he says people can self-proclaim to be an ally and then back up those claims with their actions or whatever. Well, you can't self-proclaim to be an ally. And he doesn't think that being an ally is the same as being a safe space. To be an ally is to be a safe space. So if you're not a safe space, you're not an ally, okay? You do not get to decide if you are an ally to or a safe space to other people. I'm a deaf, queer person. I'm of indigenous descent. And I have told you, you cannot just go around saying, nah, you respect Native people and treat us this way. You can't say you're an ally to queer people and treat queer people this way. Because now you've been queerphobic, you've been anti-deaf, you're ableist, and you're autist, and you're oralist. When you self-proclaim yourself as an ally in order to gaslight marginalized communities, you are tokenizing your relationship and proximity to other people in order to discriminate against them. Proximity doesn't mean shit if you're still discriminating against us. You saying you're going to answer unasked questions is interesting, because that's just us thinking you know what questions I have when you don't. I never ask you any questions. So you're not answering any questions of mine. Therefore, you just want to hear yourself talk more, and while disregarding everything I try to educate on regarding deaf issues. As someone who goes to therapy, if your therapy isn't helping you work on your self-accountability and understanding of how to work better with relationships or care about other people, then you're not really working that hard in therapy. And instead of telling others how hard you're working in therapy, perhaps you should discuss these issues with your therapist instead. And that's not to be ableist, perhaps it is, but, I'm in therapy. To me, I don't get to say, well, I'm in therapy so I can discriminate against you. No, that's not how it works. It has nothing to do with this. And by the way, you continuing to try to speak over me, a deaf person, on deaf issues, is discrimination. You are still discriminating. You have not learned anything. Insert that JoJo Siwa clip with the Abby Miller thing. JoJo, have you learned nothing? That's you right now, man. You trying to explain how your mind processes information is you excusing your discrimination. It's not accountability. You making excuses for why you discriminated and continue to discriminate against me is not okay, and mental health isn't an excuse for your discrimination. Understand that. Now, you call yourself an LGBTQIA ally, and then you say your identity of queerness has nothing to do with you being an ally to queer people. Yes, it does. If you're not queer, you can't decide if you're a queer ally because you don't know what it's like to need or be a queer ally. Only queer people can decide who is a queer ally. To them. You can't decide you're an ally to other people. You can't label yourself an ally. You're not one. You've already shown that by your actions. So to say that identity has no place in the discussion of allyship shows how either ignorant you are or oppressive you are. You also tell me I'm the first deaf person you've ever spoken to. We are 15% of the population. 15% of people do not feel safe around you. Okay? Understand that. Because if you don't know deaf people, you're not a safe space for deaf people. You're not an ally to anybody. You're not a safe space. Process why don't deaf people feel safe around you. Process and think on that. Being proud to admit you don't know any deaf people isn't a good thing. Because we are 15% of the population. We are out here. If we're not making ourselves known to you, it's because you're not safe for us to be around. Because if we have to hide our identity, our deaf identity, it's because it's not safe for us to identify as deaf to you. Now, then he's focusing on why do I hate him so much. I don't hate you. I hate why you discriminating against me. And for you to discriminate against me, which is hatred, which is prejudice plus power. And to then claim me fighting your hatred against me means I'm hating you is gaslighting. Okay, this is what I'm talking about with you being DARVO, okay? Alright? What did I say about a hit dog will holler? When you hate deaf people so much, not a single deaf person feels safe around you. And then you have the audacity to tell deaf people they're hating on you if they ask you to please stop discriminating against us. Please stop. I've been begging you to stop discriminating against me all day. And then you have the balls to say, I am hurting you or I'm attacking you? Oh, hell no, bitch. This is for educational purposes only. And the fact that you're more upset I showed your comments where you discriminated against me than the fact that you discriminated against me shows how messed up you are. You say you are a firm believer that short apologies don't mean a thing. But for you to give me this long-ass apology and force me to listen to more discrimination for you, and then still continue discriminating against me as a deaf person shows you're not sincere at all in your apology. Your allyship is performative. It seems it doesn't matter how long or short the apology is, you just don't fucking care. Because you cannot convince me that someone who cares would continue discriminating against me. You telling me that you sincerely apologize while continuing to discriminate against me, while claiming that I'm attacking you by discussing your discrimination against me, it shows that you're not sincere at all. That's not sincerity. And to claim that is sincere, if you really believe that's sincere, that's very disturbing. I am very, very disturbed. If you think that's genuine at all, it's very bad. Please, no, this isn't good. The fact that you think the people you discriminate against need to listen to you explain why you're discriminating against them is very disturbing. It is also a form of discrimination. In the deaf community, it's called hearsplaining or able-splaining. That is when you try to tell a deaf person about their own lived experience. And when you try to explain the discrimination I face to me as if I don't understand it, that is you continuing to discriminate against me. It's as if you were a cis-het man trying to tell me which period products I need for my fucking body. And then for you to say you're going to go learn about deaf issues, but not from me because I called you out for discriminating against me, shows you don't care to learn about deaf issues. Most deaf content is controlled by hearing people, and if you're not listening to us deaf on deaf issues, you're still discriminating against us. Never tag me in anything or ever contact me again. You are not worth my time. Any further contact or tagging from you is harassment and discrimination.
Longer than 60 seconds, shorter than 10 minutes, and shorter than the last one. Hi, me again. Yeah, it was a long video, because I had a lot to say, but I'm going to address a few things you said in this video. First off, just to know I've recorded this about 3 times, so I want to be very concise in my language. Firstly, I never said that I'm a safe space. People can't stop claiming to be an ally, and then back up their claim by their actions. I will not flaunt those actions, because those are between me and the people I help. I won't be putting you on blast. I'm just going to be answering a few of the unasked questions you had in the video. Going to therapy teaches you how to put things on yourself by using I statements. Most of that long video was me explaining why my brain was working the way it was when I wrote said comment, and then how I'm going to fix it in the future, so that I don't make that same mistake again. My gender identity and or orientation has no place in any kind of response like this. Let's first why I blocked you, and then unblocked you. I need you to step away. I need you to stop replying, and I need you to stop seeing your comments coming at me. Because I knew that I probably wasn't receiving things the right way, and I needed to take a break and come back to it. And as you saw on my profile page, I have a lot of videos, and I usually respond to people that comment on my videos. So yeah, I'm on TikTok a lot, checking up on those comments. I'm not going to play the whole I'm from a different generation and all that. Because yes, you and I both know that that is cop out. What I will say is that when I was young, we didn't have the same kind of, trying to think of the word here because my brain not working, 1 second, the same kind of outspoken advocacy that we do now. That would tell me about the word advocacy. So no, we didn't learn about the deaf community and their needs. And in my life, I've never encountered somebody that was completely deaf. So I've never needed to learn until now. I don't know what kind of gotcha you think I had by posting my comments already on a publicly viewable video, but if it makes you feel better, sure. Because yes, I did say that. And I didn't continue saying it after I sat and thought about it. But I leave it up. So people can learn. So people can learn from my mistake. I don't know if it's just that video up or what it may have been, but it sounds like there's a lot of hate that you have for me, and I'm sorry that I induced that. I don't know if I said it in this or not, but I don't care what people think about me. My actions speak a lot louder than my words, and I'm very much aware of that. And let me just address like the last video where I did the apology. I am a firm believer that short apologies don't mean a thing. Long apologies show sincerity. And I was sincere, and still am sincere, with my apology that I gave you via video. Like I said, the video and its length was so that I was able to explain why my brain was working the way it was at the time that I wrote that comment. So while I will be continuing my education about the issues that plague the deaf community, I will not be learning